Tonight I did a thing, folks. Tonight I did a thing. I did a thing, and I'm still doing a thing. I checked out the Atlanta-Dallas game because I really wanted to see the difference between, I don't know, a game with maybe some defense and a game that, looked like the game that the Indiana Fever played on Saturday versus Dallas, the 107 to 104 track meet that had zero defense played and had everyone for the Dallas Wings go absolutely scorched earth on the Indiana Fever. And I got what I expected, man. I got exactly what I expected, and we're going to talk about it right here. Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Hit the intro. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball, powered by Come On Now, the podcast, in conjunction with the Indiana Fever Unfiltered, of course. Listen here, man. I had a chance to check out this game, Dallas and Atlanta. This game was in Dallas. It was the season opener at home for the Dallas Wings. Hosted the Atlanta Dream, Angel Reese, Allisha Gray, Ryan Howard, Jordan Canada, all them in the building. Paige Bueckers, Arike Ogunbowale, Odyssey Sims, Alana Smith, Jessica Shepard. And oh, by the way, one AZ Fudd was injured out with a knee injury. So there you go. Day two, game two. AZ Fudd's already out with an injury. Here's your number one pick, overall pick in the draft, who had been, historically injured with the UConn Huskies, and now once again back to being injured, and now in the WNBA in her second game. Look, game went as expected. A lot better defense played by Atlanta. The game was played at a much slower pace, slower tempo. The Dallas Wings could never muster up any real level of offense. They led by 2 at the end of the one. They led by 3 at the half. It was 41-38. But after that, their offense went completely anemic. Ended up losing 77-72 to the Atlanta Dream. The game was, and don't let this final scoreboard fool you. They were down 10 with 20 seconds left, 30 seconds left. The game was over. Paige Bueckers hit a cheapy 3. She finished with 15 points, 5 of 12, 3 assists. That's about it. Arike Ogunbowale played a pretty good game again, 20 points, 7 of 15, 4 rebounds. But that was basically all the offense that Dallas could produce. They got very little off of their bench. They only got 16 points off the bench. They got 12 out of Jessica Shepard, 6 for 11, 8 rebounds. Alana Smith did nothing. Odyssey Sims was nothing in comparison to the one that performed versus the Indiana Fever, finishing with 7 points overall. They shot 38% from the field, man. Remember that 59% against the Indiana Fever. They were 4 of 26 from 3, 15% from 3. So remember that 52% against the Indiana Fever. This team looked like a different team against the Atlanta Dream, and that is why the Atlanta Dream is an actual contender for the WNBA championship this year. They are loaded with talent. They have a team that plays like a team. They play defense. They play hard, and they walked into Dallas, a team coming off of a pretty significant season opening win in Indiana, putting up 107 points, shooting the lights out, and then could not hit the broad side of a barn tonight in their home opener in front of what I presume was probably a sold-out crowd of 6,251 people. Yeah, that's basically what it was, a sold-out crowd of 6,251. Their closet-sized barn that they play in. Rebounding, Atlanta dominated on the rebounding, of course, featuring Angel Reese, who had 16 offensive boards. 16 rebounds, 8 offensive boards. She played a solid game, 12 points, 4 of 8, 16 rebounds, 8 offensive boards. They were not 8 offensive boards on her own misses. I watched the game. Didn't see the first game that she played earlier this year. She was pretty awful, in my opinion. But this one, she was solid. Still a lot of histrionics that I just can't stomach at times. Allisha Gray goes for 26 points, 9 of 20, 4 of 9 from 3, 4 assists. Jordan Canada had 19, 8 of 15 from the field, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. And Ryan Howard, the typical shot chucking Ryan Howard, 3 of 14, 1 of 9 from 3, and 4 assists and 3 rebounds for 14 points. I don't understand why Ryan Howard insists on just jacking 3-point shots. It's like this is a disease that Ryan Howard has, and this is also why watching this stuff at times is so damn difficult. People will say, well, why are you watching it? Well, because I'm covering it. So if I have a channel that's covering it, I gotta watch more of it. You know what I mean? So, and I gotta be able to give a different perspective. Like I'm watching this game right behind me, really, because I want to see Olivia Miles play. And it just passed the half right now. I'm not planning on doing a video on this unless Olivia Miles goes off, in the second half of this game. But overall, it's just one of those things where, yeah, I gotta watch more of it. I mean, some of it I may like, some of it I may not like, but and honestly, I thought about putting on the New York Liberty Portland Fire game, but I already watched the Liberty play, and I know who the hell's on the Liberty, so it's not like I need to watch them a whole bunch of times. You know what I mean? I don't have to watch them over and over again. I've seen them play plenty of times. I know who they are. I know who they are. Boom. Um, but yeah, look, man, this game, second half, Atlanta dominated. They physically whipped up on Dallas. They won the rebounding battle 44-34. They had 11 offensive boards to 7, as I mentioned. 8 were Angel Reese. You didn't get much. You didn't get anything off of the bench for Atlanta. Tina Palpa had 2 points. Isobel Borlase had 3. Medina Okot did nothing, and they did nothing off their bench. All their starters played at least 31 minutes. So they are starter heavy right now in how they're approaching it. It wasn't a crazy physical or heavy foul called game, only 35 fouls. So it wasn't like these other games we've been watching where they were popping up 40, 50 fouls. A lot less fouls, far fewer fouls called in this game. Overall, a very unimpressive performance. Very unimpressive from Dallas specifically. Atlanta did their job. Atlanta went on the road and got a road W, which is always hard to do in any sport, to go in someone else's building and win a road game. And they did their job. They did what they had to do. So, and that's why they are a team that's going to be watched. That's why they're a contender. That's why I think they're dangerous. So, but then again, when you play a little bit of defense, it goes a long way. When you bend your knees, when you close out on shooters, when you don't give wide open looks, when you make them think about the shot, you see the difference on the floor. And that is what you got tonight. You saw the difference on the floor with the contested threes. Alana Smith, 0 for 6 from 3. Odyssey Sims, 1 for 3. I think she airballed one from the corner. Arike Ogunbowale, 0 for 4. Allisha Clark, 0 for 1. Maddie Secrets, 0 for 1. Isaiah James, 0 for 5. She was 2 for 10 for the floor. 1 for 2 from Awak Courier and 2 for 4 from Paige Bueckers. Free throw wise, Atlanta was 16 of 17. Dallas was 12 of 14. But man, it was what it was. It was an ugly game, not pretty to watch, but defense makes a difference. And tonight, Dallas got an experience of what defense actually looks like. Something maybe that the Indiana viewers should take note of. Play a little bit defense, and you probably can beat this team when you play them again. But those are my thoughts. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Don't know if you had the chance to watch the game. If you did, leave your comments on the game. Appreciate y'all as always. Her game, her way, women's basketball. Powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.